has the call.
20-10, touchdown! He's going to look downfield, trick play. He's got him inside the 10, touchdown! CBC! 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown! Looking for room, and he's hitting the backfield. A gang of purple jerseys. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Friday Night Lights on the Cadet Student Network. And those of you tuning in, also our new broadcast partner this year, Matrix Midwest, digitally this week. My name's Randy Molman. Coach Chris Maris is alongside. It's the CBC Cadets traveling to Springfield, Illinois to take on Sacred Heart GRIFFIN. And Coach, this is a great early test for the Cadets right out of the gate.
Yeah, this is a great historic program. 6 state championships up here for Sacred Heart GRIFFIN. They came down to our place last year. They had a pretty young team last year. They're a lot more experienced after their run last year, and this will be a great kickoff, a great travel game right out of the gate for the Cadets.
We're going to send it down to Cooper Newmark, who caught up with Coach Pingle before kickoff.
Thanks, guys. I'm joined now with Coach Pingle. Coach, what can we look forward to going into tonight's game?
Well, I just hope we play fast. I think we play fast on both sides of the ball. We have a good turnout. We can kind of control what we want to control. So, playing fast and playing physical is 2 things I really want to stress this year.
You heard it here, guys. Now, let's send it back up to the booth.
That was our own Cooper Newmark down on the field with Coach Pingle. Play fast. That's the mantra, Coach. That's what CBC has been known for. That's what Coach Pingle preaches. Play fast, play aggressive.
Yeah, they want to get out there, and they did that last week in the Jamboree, and they want to continue that this week against Sacred Heart GRIFFIN.
We're getting ready for the kickoff. Number 82, Gavin Hayes, will do the kicking. Sacred Heart GRIFFIN going right to left in their black home uniforms, jerseys with the white numbering and gold pants. CBC, the Cadets, in their white road jerseys, purple pants. They'll go left to right, and it's a little pooch kick to get things started. It is caught at the 26-yard line. Crossed the 30 to the 34 and wrapped up there at the 35. That was Cole Rivers on the return.
Cole did just what he was supposed to do there. Got what he could get as one of the up guys there, and CBC will have decent field position for them as they get started.
Coach Nick McClellan comes out leading the offense. I got a chance to talk to Coach Pingle earlier this week, and one of the things he's been preaching and the coaching staff has been preaching with Nick McClellan is you were an athlete that played quarterback. Try to become a quarterback that is also an athlete.
Yeah, Nick's got a great high football IQ and can do so many different things. I think he'll take that to heart as he leads the Cadets out here as a captain, and he'll fall back on some of the things that he learned from his older brothers who have played at a high level. And this team did a lot of great things. They've got unfinished business. They weren't happy the way things ended last year.
And we'll talk more about that as the broadcast goes on. Courtney Rivers in the backfield. Gage will come in motion. That is Corday Gage. Here's Rivers. He's coming near side, following his block across the 35. He's wrapped up there, gang tackled by the Cyclones defense, led by number 11, Demetrius Roberson.
He got hit at the point of attack, fought for 3 yards there, 2.5, 3 yards. CBC wants to get a little bit better at the point of attack.
2nd and 7, ball spotted at the 38, right hash. McClellan claps for the snap, gets it, steps up. He's got plenty of time. Now he's going to roll left, good coverage. McClellan's going to sprint left, cut it upfield. Gets to the 40, wrapped up by Gavin Fay.
McClellan there getting a few yards out of that. Good coverage, but also good protection. So 3rd and 4 here for the Cadets.
Up front, Gavin Dobby, left tackle to right tackle. Gavin Dobby, Landon Brown, Gavin Hurlbutt, Carter Woodard, and Bryce Jones. It's now 3rd and about 4 at the 41. Checking in is Darian Jones, the third wide receiver. He now comes in motion. McClellan takes the snap. He looks, he fires. He's going to go deep down the right side looking for Gage. He overshoots him, incomplete. And the Cadets go 3 and out on their first offensive possession.
And we know with this offense, they want to go fast, they want to go quick. Gage had a step. Nick overthrew him just a little bit.
Go 7-4. Fourth down.
So it'll be 4th down and 4 at the 41. And Corday Gage will step back and do the punting.
And this is a weapon here for the Cadets, going back to with, Jeremiah McClellan, the ability to be able to run a fake out of this in any situation.
Gage averaged 38 yards a punt. He's going to roll right a little bit before the rugby-style kick, and he boots it all the way inside the 20. Takes a Cadet roll inside the 10, inside the 5, and down there by Ja'Kai Cooper. And how about that punt by Corday Gage?
That was tremendous. I think he thought he was going to go for a second, but thought better of it. Just figured he would be conservative, and the Cadet defense is going to come out here and get themselves rolling.
Cam Brinkman is back. He's the starting quarterback, completed 62% of his passes for Sacred Heart Griffin last year. 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, threw for 1,600 yards. He can also run it. Where's number 1? He takes the shotgun snap. He hands it right side. That is the starting tailback, and that is, I believe, Mikey Gresh.
Cyclones test the right side of the line.
Jameer Sims, outside linebacker, folded underneath to make that tackle, along with it looked like maybe Dorian Magruder, number 54 for the Cadets.
Gresh, junior tailback, on the right hip of Brinkman. Now they're going to change the play.
They do a lot of changing of formations based on what they see defensively, and also to get that defense confused.
This is Gresh again up the middle. He finds a hole, and he slithers up across the 15. And he'll get a first down across the 15, close to the 17-yard line.
Cadet safeties came up, Carson Kaburek, to finish that tackle off. But that's what that shifting and that motion can do. Can get the defense confused about where their fits are, what their gaps are, and can open some things up.
Gresh rushed for 495 yards last year, 9.3 yards per carry. This time catches it out of the backfield, picks up a couple, but great tackle in the open field by the Cadets.
Looked like Kaburek from his safety spot came up again. And if I screw up a name here or there, a lot of these guys have changed numbers from last year, so we'll do our best to get it right. But you got Corday Gage and Carson Kaburek out there as your safeties right now.
2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line. First quarter, Cadets went 3 and out, and now Sacred Heart Griffin has the football. On their own 19-yard line, they were 6 and 5 last year under Coach John Allison. And stacked up at the line of scrimmage, not much there, maybe a yard.
Cortland Collins and Joe Kopp in on the tackle there.
Cortland Collins led the team, number 48 for CBC, led the team in tackles last year with 71 total.
A lot of people remember as a sophomore his big stop on the 2-point conversion in an emergency roll against Francis Howell that helped send the Cadets to the semifinals.
Cyclones now huddle up. We're in the Tim Kylo broadcast booth here on the road in Springfield, Illinois. State Farm Insurance agent Tim Kylo. Big Cadet Student Network presenting sponsor.
And they decided to keep it on the ground.
Again, kept it on the ground, and the Cadets were ready.
Fresh again on the carry.
At the point of the attack, number 54, Dorian Magruder was there.
Little surprised they didn't try to put it in the air there a little bit with a returning quarterback, but there was not anything going on there. The Cadet front 7 swarmed that.
So 4th and 7 at the 21, and here's Jaden Reed, the dangerous return man for CBC. Couple of returns for touchdowns last year.
Jaden was really coming into his own at the end of the season when he got a little dinged up and couldn't finish that game against Kirkwood.
High snap. Ward does the punting. Left-footed kick, and it's a spiral all the way down inside the 40. Reed catches it at the 37. Makes the first man miss. Darts across the 40, and he's hit there. Penalty flags come flying in. Gang tackled. A return of about 4 yards before being hit. But flags come in, and usually that means an illegal
it was a
block
block in the back. I can see it right here in front of me. The cadet number 55, George Sanders, came right through the back of the guy in front of him. And just trying to make something happen when it was just a situation where let Jaden get what he can get in that near sideline. They pinned him in the corner. They had good coverage. Just don't back yourselves up.
So CBC will start 1st and 10. Let's see where they mark this. The flag was thrown at the 41-yard line. No score, first quarter, 7:09 to play.
They're walking this off from the 39.
So this will come all the way back to the 29-yard line, or yes, the 29-yard line, right hash. That's where the Cadets will start. Now a 2 running back set for CBC. 2 backs in the backfield, no tight end, 3 wide.
Vic Williams, the speedster.
Wait till you see him get into the open field, folks. McLennan, shotgun, hands it. Williams beats the point of attack, rushes left side, cuts it upfield, cross the 40, 45-50, 45-40, finally tripped up and knocked out of bounds, but a big gain by Vic Williams.
And that's the speed we're talking about right there. So he got up to, what, the 32?
Down to about the 37, it looks like.
37, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong yard marker.
Bounces to the right side, that's Courtney Rivers. Tackle there by number 13, Gavin Fay. Fay's been all over the field so far on these first 2 drives on defense for Sacred Heart Griffin. And it's no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the 37. McClellan trips to the right. Gage, the lone receiver, at the top of your screen. McClellan fires. Gage makes the catch, spins, breaks the tackle. Inside the 25, tackle close to the 20. That'll be good for a first down. Right at the 22-yard line, a 15-yard pickup for the Cadets.
And that's a simple hitch route right there. And playing soft, Gage gets the ball, fights for extra yards, makes something happen.
Williams checks back in, 4 wide in for CBC. McClellan takes a snap, fakes, looks right. Now he's got nowhere to go. He's going to try to get out of it. Now fires towards the end zone in the right corner. It's caught. Is he in bounds? No.
Oh, that was really close. He caught the ball, tried to get his feet in. Defensive back got him out of bounds.
What a great catch. Here's the replay. McClellan had to dive under the pressure up the middle, and then the pass was a tad wobbly, but under the circumstances, a great throw into the corner to Reed.
I think if he puts it a little bit further outside and lets Jaden run to it, he's got more lateral space to work with there.
2nd and 10 at the 22. McClellan looks left, fires, it's caught. Spin move, inside the 10. That was number 6, Arness Webb. That'll be another CBC first down. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 9. Pickup of 13 on that play on 2nd down. 2 backs in the game now. That's Rivers and Williams.
Most successful pass plays we've had so far is just these quick hitches, and you're getting 10-plus yards on them.
McClellan, low snap, hands it to Williams. Williams picks over the left side,
He's
cuts it
walking
upfield,
in.
touchdown! Right inside the pylon, a 9-yard run for Vic Williams. The Cadets are on the board here in the first. Let's look at this replay as Williams just untouched. Great blocking. How about the seal on the left side there, Coach?
They did a great job walling that off, and running that stretch play to the left, getting some bodies out in front of him. And he walked in the end zone. That was the same play that he ran for about 37 yards earlier in the game, except for they walled this off a little bit better. He almost got picked off in the backfield on that first one, but
And Corday Gage on to kick the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cadets lead 7-0 first quarter action here in Springfield.
Corday Gage, the Swiss Army knife tonight,
How
playing
about that?
safety, punting, extra points, and has a catch for about 15 yards. So
we saw that drive, Coach. We were talking about those little hitch routes. The thing that Coach Pingle was telling me that he loves about these receivers is they what he called ball catchers. You get it in their catch vicinity, they're going to make the catch.
yeah, you just got to give them an opportunity to make the catch. They got great hands, great talent with this group. And, you graduate over the last 2 years. You graduate a guy like Jeremiah McClellan and Corey Sims, two guys that are playing Power 5 D1 football, but nothing's lost on these guys back here. Jaden Reed, I believe, committed to Indiana State, so he's going to be going and playing Division I football.
Speaking of that, so we've got some verbal commits that Coach talked about. Nick McClellan to K-State, Rivers to San Diego State, Courtney. Reed at Indiana State, as you just mentioned. Jake Plummer, Fresno State, and Gavin Dobby to Navy.
Yes. Max Dawes to kick off.
Dawes, an end-over-end kick, will be caught at the 10-yard line. Across the 20, left side, 25, and tackled at the 27. That was Drew Ward on the return, the 6'1 senior wide receiver.
And senior Ethan Wright, number 36, on the tackle there for the Cadets.
So the Cadet defense back on the field, 7-0 CBC, 5:24 to go first quarter. Second possession now for Sacred Heart Griffin. We talked about the Cyclones' history, Coach. They 6 state championships under previous head coach Ken Leonard, who was there 39 years. He won 84% of his games, 387 total wins. There's a run over the left side. And he's just a legendary coach here in Springfield.
That tackle by Wright.
And Coach Allison has taken over the program. That's got to be tough to walk in and take over for a guy like Ken Leonard.
Anytime you're taking over for a legend, you got your hands full.
Shotgun snap, handoff, fake. Brinkman rolls right, fires. He's got a man open, right side. It's caught, wrapped up immediately. Good catch by Andrew Walters, but Roman Jackson, the corner, was over there to make a great tackle in the open field.
Roman Jackson, the tackle.
Good solo tackle right there. Bring up 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4, and I think the fans are kind of voicing their displeasure on the spot over on the far side.
No, I think they're going. I mean, he gave up a fair amount of ground trying to get himself situated to get that going. I thought they might have had a little bit more on that, but
there's a handoff up the middle and hit immediately. The middle of that CBC defense has been phenomenal so far. Jumping in to make an ankle tackle was Jameer Sims.
Yeah, Jameer came through there, and he's folding under from his outside linebacker position as you got Cole Rivers and Cortland Collins in the middle there.
4th and 3. They'll line up to punt. Ward back in the game to do the punting. He just returned a kick, and now this is his second punt. He's their Swiss Army knife as well, Coach.
It seems that way, and Jaden Reed, seems like they got some personnel issues for Sacred Heart. No, it looks like they got it squared away.
Ward standing at about his 22, left-footed punter. This one end over end at the 30, and another flag comes down. Reed near side, stiff arm across the 30, and spins to about the 37, and once again in on the tackle, Gavin Fay.
2 flags down. I did not see him. They were throwing those flags before he ever caught the ball, so my guess is they got the gunner. Gunner got blocked in the back as he was headed down for that.
Gavin Fay, also the snapper on
These
the
penalties on special teams are not going to make Coach Pingle happy, and that's something I'm sure that they'll want to fix here, because that's going to back the Cadets up another 10 yards.
If you're looking for any insurance coverage, home, life, boat, call our friend Tim Kylo, 842-4442, tim@timkylo.com, State Farm agent, and the presenting sponsor of the Cadet Student Network. So that'll back CBC back up to the 22-yard line. They'll spot it there on the right hash.
Kepler, Mahoney, and Green.
And the Cadets with a 7-0 lead.
Roberson, Craig.
They come out. 3 wide receiver set. Oh, luckily there was a flag because that ball sailed over Nick McClellan's head.
Yeah, that was trouble. Not sure who moved first. I had my eyes on Nick at the start of the play.
I think you'll take that penalty, right?
Yeah.
Coach?
Oh, you will. I mean, absolutely will in that situation, because now Nick's going to get on that ball. But what are you looking at in front of you, and what's he having to deal with, and what sort of extra hits is he potentially taking that you don't want him taking?
So 1st and 15 now at the 17. Cadets going left to right, leading 7-0. McClellan, shotgun snap. Fakes, now rolls left. Looks downfield. He's going to go deep. He's got a man wide open. He catches it at the 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10-5. Touchdown! Darian Jones on the post.
Darian Jones. He breaks free for a Cadet touchdown.
83 yards.
Wow. Tremendous throw and catch.
Let's look at that replay, Coach. Watch this. When he rolls left, he draws the defense in, and that allowed Jones to get behind the corner. It was a thing of beauty.
Well, it would bootleg out to the left side, so your defense is kind of like rolling over to that. He came off the backside, got in behind him on the post, and Nick's got plenty of arm to make that happen.
Gage to attempt the extra point. Snap back, ball down. Kick is up. It is good. 14-0 CBC with just a tick over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And, Coach, after that first 3 and out, the Cadets have collected themselves nicely on their last 2 offensive drives.
Pretty explosive. You know, you got an 83-yard touchdown pass. You got a 37-yard run that's capped off by a 9-yard run. Cadets have seemed like they've got a little bit rolling here. But it's still early.
Max Dawes will do the kicking for CBC, the junior.
It's a tough situation for Max, too. He's kind of kicking in, and the flag doesn't show up, but he's going to be kicking into a little bit of a headwind here. So usually when CBC's doing that, they try to do some directional kicking.
By the way, weather-wise, what a beautiful night here in Springfield. I mean, it is
amazing.
Picturesque. Mid-70s at kickoff, slight wind, no clouds in the sky, just a beautiful night to open up the football season. We, of course, thank everybody tuning in on the Cadet Student Network, but joining Matrix Midwest as a partner this year, and we appreciate all of you tuning in on Matrix Midwest Digital tonight. There'll be several games this year that will be on over-the-air TV on Matrix Midwest, and the first one will be next week when the Cadets host Cardinal Ritter.
And that'll be one of the biggest local games going next week.
Back deep for the Cyclones, Drew Ward and Gavin Fay. Dawes ready to kick. Drills this one end over end. This is going to be Fay at the 13, and he is hit and dragged down. Number 24 had him wrapped up. That was Ja'Kai Cooper, and then finished off by Josh Beasley.
Yeah, Beasley and Cooper, 2 young guys right there, taking care of business on the coverage. I don't think he was going anywhere out of Ja'Kai. He just happened to be upright, and Beasley got a free shot on him because the play was still going.
So a 12-yard return, and it's 1st down and 10 for Sacred Heart Griffin at the 25-yard line. This is Brinkman. Hands it off, Mikey Gresh. And he has had the one good run up the middle. He had a pop for about 7 or 8 yards. Other than that, the CBC interior has been phenomenal.
Dorian Magruder came down the line on that to get him, and now we've got Beasley's checked in at corner opposite of Roman Jackson.
2nd and 10 at the 25. No gain on that play. Brinkman, low snap. Looks downfield. Here comes pressure. He's looking. Good coverage by the Cadets. There's a
Oh, it's
fumble.
picked off.
It lands right into the hands of CBC, rumbling inside the 10. Tackled at the 5. That's Joe Kopp.
Not a fumble. It's actually an
No.
interception. He pitched it forward, and he pitched it right into Joe Kopp's lap, who went rumbling up the field and almost scored a touchdown. He's going to put the Cadets on about the 6-yard line.
Joe Kopp did not play last year. He was focused on wrestling and came to Coach Pingle and said, I want to come back, and they obviously welcomed him back with open arms, and he makes a big play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think
and Kepler check in across the front line.
the Sacred Heart quarterback, Brinkman, would love to have that one back. I mean, he got panicked. He was getting wrapped up.
I'm not so sure that the CBC hit on him as he was trying to escape pressure, didn't force that ball out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if
It looked like from my vantage point from where I'm sitting, because I'm down in front of you,
Right.
that he like tried to underhand scoop it to somebody in front of him. Now, I didn't see a running back or a receiver there, but it just looked that way from my vantage point.
Yeah, so what happened was, we're showing the replay now, Coach, and what happened was he was coming down and he brought the ball down around his hip on the right side. He got hit from behind, and that punched the ball straight at Joe Kopp.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, look, there's no receiver there. Why is he pitching that out there? But I mean, you're watching it with the naked eye. Replay gives you a lot of opportunities to kind of see what exactly happened.
So to just give you guys a visual, those of you watching on Matrix Midwest Digital or the Cadet Student Network, we're in tight quarters here in the press box here at Sacred Heart Griffin. So Coach Maris is sitting right in front of me in the stands, and I am standing right above him. I feel like you've got the better seat, Coach. It's beautiful out there.
It's so nice outside.
Handoff Rivers up the middle, picking his way, gets close. Oh, they're going to mark him down at the 3. His knee must have gone down. He tried to stretch that thing out, and he was tackled at the 3.
In there as well.
Where I thought he had a little bit more than that. And they are keyed on Rivers big time on this. He has had a tough road to go here so far running the ball.
McClellan to Rivers on 2nd and goal, powers it in, touchdown.
There we go.
CBC, 3-yard run for Courtney Rivers.
Courtney Rivers on the
So the
touchdown.
Cadets make good on the turnover, cash it in for 6.
Calvi, Brown, Hurlbut, Woodward,
And
Jones.
Coach, as he's pounding this up the middle, give credit to the offensive line.
You got a lot of guys on that offensive line who've got a lot of playing time over the last couple of years. Woodard, and Dobby, and Bryce Jones have played a lot, even though they've not always all been starters.
Snapback ball down. Gage's extra point is up, and it is good. And Corday Gage has hit all 3 extra points. CBC leads 21-0, 1:42 to go first quarter. This is quite reminiscent of last year's game, Coach. The Cadets got up 17 in the first, on their way to a 45-0 win against Sacred Heart Griffin last year.
Well, they've come out fast. After that first 3 and out, they have played very good. And I think Sacred Heart's got a couple of first downs so far in the game, but not much. And they're going to be looking to find some footing here.
As Coach Pingle mentioned before the game, talking to our Cooper Newmark, we want to come out, play fast, and the Cadets have certainly done that. 21-0 first quarter. Still a minute 40 plus to go. And here's Dawes. He'll kick it off for the CBC Cadets. Back deep, number 7, Drew Ward, and number 13, Gavin Fay for the Cyclones, who really, at this point, Coach, they really need to get an offensive drive going.
Well, there we go, Max Dawes.
Into the end
He
zone.
got into that one.
Into the end zone for a
He
touchdown.
did, into the wind.
Yeah, I mean, that came off his foot different than the last 2. It just did. You know, Max is a guy who been a soccer player all his life and came out for football this year as a junior. And, you know, kicking the around soccer ball versus kicking that football is a little bit different animal. And I'm sure first game jitters on the road and whatnot. He finally seemed to find his footing.
1st and 10 at the 20 for Sacred Heart Griffin. High snap. Uh-oh, ball fell into Gresh's hands, luckily for the Cyclones. That was a high snap, and it kind of pinballed off the hand of Brinkman and ended up in the lap of Gresh. That could have been a disaster.
Well, Ethan Wright was on the blitz, and had he had another half a step, I think he might have pulled it away from Gresh and taken it into the end zone. But
loss of 5. 2nd and 15 at the 15.
CBC defense going strong here.
In motion. Ward, fake, and now a little middle screen to Gresh, trying to get him in the open field, and he's got room. Cross the 30, 35-40, 45-50. He breaks the tackle. He may go. That's going to be a long touchdown for Sacred Heart Griffin. Gresh has not been able to run the ball, so they dump it to him in a middle screen. It caught the Cadets off guard, and he took it to the house. 85 yards.
Great little screenplay. Cole Rivers had a shot at it, but he had to get around a blocker. He tried to sneak around him, almost got an ankle tackle on him, but Gresh stepped through it, got out in front of everybody, and then it was like Richard Mosley was trying to direct him to the sideline, came back across and couldn't get it done.
On to attempt the extra point, number 17, Emily Short. Short, the senior kicker. Snap back, ball down, whistle blows. I think we're going to get a flag. I don't see a flag.
No, I think they stopped it for equipment. CBC was making some quick substitutions, and Sacred Heart was on the field quick to kick the ball. So I think they stopped it because some mouthpieces weren't in.
Snap back, ball is down. Emily Short's kick is up, and it is good. She knocks it through, and it's 21-7. Sacred Heart Griffin is on the board after a beautiful and a well-designed middle screen. Coach, that's what they needed to get themselves back in this game.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they needed something to get going because CBC's offense has been kind of laying up on them after the first 3 and out. Now their defense is going to have to go right back out there, though. And this next time, maybe they won't be dealing with the short field position.
Mikey Gresh
on the return.
Mikey Gresh did not have a touchdown catch all of last season, and he gets one for 85 yards here in this first quarter. 47 seconds left, 21-7, first quarter action.
Lots of fireworks early in this one.
It has been a wildly entertaining game so far. CBC will now get set for the return. Back deep, it's Arness Webb and number 2, Darian Jones. So the Cyclones will kick off now.
Sacred Heart trying to get everything together out here for their kicking game.
And the officials are trying to get him out onto the field.
Well, and here's the thing, and, you know, they should start the play clock. It should have technically started on the first whistle.
A couple of words for the kicker there from that side judge. I'm sure it was one of those, you've got to get out here a little bit quicker.
Well, and on that touchdown play, you know, CBC's defensive line has been feasting on these guys after, you know, the first couple of plays. And, you know, one of the ways you stop that pursuit, that hard upfield, is with a screen. And great timing, great execution.
So number 82, Gavin Hayes, will kick off for Sacred Heart Griffin. And again, back deep, it is Jones, number 2, Webb, number 6. And it's another pooch kick. And this will be Jones at the 24. Cuts it upfield with a head of steam. Ooh, he broke a tackle, but it kind of bumped him right into the tackler.
That's a great return, all things considered. What, about 20, let's see where they spot the ball. About 27 yards.
Javanis Leonard with the tackle, or Lunford, excuse me, Javanis Lunford. Yeah, and had he broken that tackle, the thing was, Coach, he sort of got bumped when he broke that tackle, and he kind of landed right into the arms of Lunford.
Yep. Did a nice job of coming up, catching that ball on the run and getting ahead of steam and curled back into his return blocking.
So CBC has it, 1st and 10 at their own 46. 2 wide receivers. Check it, 3 wide receivers in the game. Shotgun snap, fake to Williams. There's a dump off and wide open across the 40, 35-30, stiff arm inside the 25. That's Jake Plummer first, who came out just with a little short curl right off the line of scrimmage, and he was left wide open.
Great pitch and catch right there.
Especially a great play because the pressure on the blitz is coming from that side, and Plummer first was right behind that pressure. 26 seconds to go, first quarter. Big gain there for
31
CBC,
yards.
and somebody's down. Looks like a cadet player.
Fans, the teams are enjoying a water break. You'll want to remember to visit
that might be Jake.
Yeah, that might be Jake Plummer first on his back over there.
He got up after that catch and was hobbling a little bit.
Tonight's feature is our exclusive State Champs Cheesy Bread.
Jake Plummer first, 6'7", tight end, also plays basketball for the Cadets.
Championship flavor.
Hopefully nothing serious over there. 21-7 the score. CBC leads. 26 seconds left, first quarter.
He's walking off on his own.
That's a good sign.
He's hobbling a little bit, but
so 1st and 10 CBC. Left hash, ball spotted there at the 23. Cadets have scored on their last 3 drives. Of course, the 3rd drive was a short one after the pick that got returned inside the 5. McClellan sets up, fires, right corner, looking for Jaden Reed. He makes the adjustment and almost made the catch. Good coverage over there by number 9, Javanis Leonard, or Lunford.
Tried to go back shoulder on him and didn't. Jaden couldn't quite get out of the corner's way there in order to make a catch. Made a hell of an effort on it, though.
Ball was slightly underthrown. He had to try to come back over the corner to get it. So 2nd and 10 at the 23. McClellan hands it to Vic Williams, rushing near side, turns the corner, inside the 20, inside the 15, and finally hit out of bounds. They're going to mark him at about the 10. He stepped out. But, man, we said it at the beginning, Coach, when Vic Williams checked in. Just wait till you see the speed of that number 10, Vic Williams.
He did not have a lot of blocking out in front of him, and he just outran a couple of those defenders who had reasonably good leverage on him, and he just kept outrunning them and turning the corner on them.
10.6 yards per carry last year for Vic Williams.
Well, he's on that average right now.
Pistol formation, McClellan to Williams, cuts it up inside. He's got a big hole. He's tackled inside the 5.
Williams again.
Finishing him off was number 21, Job Kepler. So the ball was at the 11-yard line. They can get a first down at the 1. But Williams got inside the 10, and that'll end the first quarter.
Good, they come down here where I can see a little bit better.
21-7 after 1, CBC leading and driving, looking for another touchdown. They went 3 and out on their first drive and then made good on 3 straight touchdown drives. And the Cadets lead 21-7 here in Springfield. My name's Randy Molman. Coach Chris Maris is alongside. We're happy to bring you the broadcast tonight on Matrix Midwest Digital, as well as the Cadet Student Network.
If I got my math right, I've got Vic Williams unofficially 4 carries, 66 yards.
So, Coach,
in the quarter.
Coach, you were wrong. It's not 10 yards a carry. It's more than that.
Yes. Yes. So, Nick McClellan, 4 for 7. Don't have the yardage added up on that. A little more than I can do quickly here between quarters, but.
So when we start the second quarter here, the Cadets will have it 2nd and 5 at the 6. And CBC looking to build on this 21-7 lead. We were talking about this program here, Sacred Heart Griffin, and Coach, the success that this program has had over the last 15, 20 years has been phenomenal. One of the premier programs here in Illinois.
Yeah, they've been great. They've been really, really good. And, you know, sometimes you got to, like, figure some things out when you transition to a new coach, and they've got a couple good things going.
So here we are, 2nd and 5, start of the second quarter. This is Williams, right side. He's going to outrun the defense, try to turn the corner, cuts it up in, and he tries to drive his legs into the end zone. He's close.
I think he's going to have the first down.
I think they are going to mark it at the 1. That should give it to him. They needed to get to the 1 to get the first down. That was the line to gain. So, they're going to say he was just short. It's going to be 3rd and goal, or 3rd and maybe half a yard.
Where did he start at? Was he on the 5?
They were on the 6.
The 6?
Timeout called by the defense. Sacred Heart Griffin wants a timeout. They want to talk it over. 3rd and about a half yard.
I would have thought that his forward momentum, because it looked like he almost got in the end zone.
Right.
But
so the Cyclones want to talk it over. Coaching staff and head coach John Allison wants to talk it over. Next week, CBC will host Cardinal Ritter. If you take a look at the schedule, I talked a little bit to Coach Pingle this week about their scheduling and how, and Coach, you know this as well as anybody, Coach Pingle loves these games sort of out of the norm, get the CBC Cadets out of their comfort zone a little bit, play a tough opponent that they don't know much about to get them really ready for the state championship runs.
Well, I mean, I think that's key. I mean, you know, being battle tested, it doesn't really matter, you know, what your record is when you go into state, when when you're battle tested and you're ready to go.
2 tight ends on this formation. Handoff, Vic Williams, right side, dives in, touchdown. He stepped over a defender and jaunts in for 6.
Williams breaks free for the Cadets.
Second touchdown of the day for Vic Williams, the senior tailback. And here's the replay. Kind of easy. Good blocking over on that right side.
Did a nice job opening up a seam, getting him in the end zone. And we'll see Corday Gage out here.
Trying to go 4 for 4 on his extra points. He also had a great punt after that first 3 and out inside the 5-yard line. Gage is ready.
Drake Clifton, the long snapper, if I've got the number and name right.
Snap back, ball down, kick is up and good. CBC leads 28-7, 11:20 to go, second quarter.
Good for the Cadets.
Cadet offense seems to continue to click. Haven't really missed a beat since that first 3 and out. And that might have been the wake-up call they needed, because they realized that, Sacred Heart came to play. And even though they've scored on 4 straight possessions, that early stop, I think, might have propelled them forward.
So we'll see if the Cyclones can answer like they did on their last drive, an 85-yard touchdown.
I think one of the keys for the Cadets is those defensive linemen not getting, once they get that penetration, not getting too deep. You know, there's such a thing as over-pursuing on defense. And I think that Sacred Heart managed to capitalize on that. And they drill a lot of this stuff in terms of how you deal with screens and stuff like that. But first game of the year, it's kind of hard to not be all amped up and ready to go. And all of a sudden you get soft protection and you got your ears pinned back, then you got a shot at the sack, and it doesn't happen that way.
Max Dawes to kick off for CBC, right to left. Cadets lead 28-7, just underway in the second quarter. Dawes Gets into it. Line drive. Boot's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback.
Good hard line drive. It was hard. Going to be hard to field.
Into the end zone for a touchdown.
And it landed kind of right on the goal line. Had the wind with him that time, but Sacred Heart will get the ball in 20.
You could hear that thump from up here. Big foot of Max Dawes.
One thing I notice is, Joe Kopp has been anchoring. That defensive line's been pretty much the same three guys out there, and they've been getting after it.
Fired down the seam and almost intercepted.
Pass falls incomplete.
Number 21, Cameron Terrell, went up high to try to get that pick as they try to pass right down the hatch.
He wants that back. He was all over that. I don't think the quarterback, Brinkman, held the safety long enough on that one to get him by. Might have, if he put some air under that, if he airs that out a little bit, though, that receiver might have been running by Terrell right there.
Yeah, because when you throw it on a line down the seam like that, that's a tight fit.
Yep.
Trips to the right. Brinkman will dump it off to Gresh near side. Cross the 20, cross the 25, knocked out of bounds. Right there by number 11, Richard Mosley.
Mosley and Terrell came across on that. But
So,
third
game.
and 2.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 at the 28. Good pickup there.
And they definitely want to put the ball in Gresh's hands as much as they can. I mean, he's got a lot of their big plays in this game so far.
2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Tight end set left side. And either CBC jumped or the right tackle flinched. We'll see who they get.
Let's see. Encroachment. We got Rayshawn Smith, so that'll give them a first down.
So they get a first down off of the penalty. Hey, we want to say hi to the CBC staffers who are watching the game at the Brockman Farm. You have a message for them, Coach Maris?
Catch a few fish for me.
There's the CBC, the Sacred Heart Griffin student section. We caught a shot of them. They're all painted up, excited for their home opener.
As they should be.
Oh, yeah.
High school football, it's an institution in this country, and it's a lot of fun. It's a social event as much as it is a competition.
Shotgun snap. Brinkman now escapes pressure. Ducks between 2 tacklers. What a great move. He dives up close to the 40. How about Cam Brinkman? Boy, he was dead to rights, and I don't know how he slipped through the 2 defenders.
One of the reasons he slipped through the 2 defenders is Gabe Wilson was coming off the edge and got pulled down by the bottom of his face mask, and it was it was on the back side of where the white hat couldn't see it, but he got horse collared all the way to the ground.
2nd and 4, Gresh right side. He's hit right away. No gain on the play. Jumping in there first, it looked like number 18. Was that no, that's
48.
Cortland
Collins.
Yep.
Cortland Collins came in, and Dorian Magruder kind of mopped up.
Yes. Man, Cortland Collins, we talked about him last year, just an animal at that linebacker position. He is all over the place, and he is a big hitter. 6'1", 230. Brinkman fires, quick slant. That'll be a first down catch by number 7, Drew Ward. Across the 45 to the 46.
So after the screen pass, Sacred Heart's got a little bit of momentum here offensively. They're able to get the ball moving again as they approach midfield.
2 wide receivers to the right, tight end tight left side. Gresh on the right hip of Cam Brinkman, the Cyclones quarterback. Good snap. It's a quarterback keeper designed up the middle. He finds a seam inside the 40, spins inside the 30, and an athletic run by Cam Brinkman with a head of steam. And you can see why he led the team not only in passing last year, but rushing as well.
So Sacred Heart Griffin got some things going.
Brinkman rushed. last year for second most yards on the team. Not first. It was Gresh who led the team in rushing. Here's Brinkman, fakes the throw. Now he tries to dip and dive across the 30 and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got nothing. Collins in there, Joe Kopp among others.
Collins once again in there.
How impressive is it Joe Kopp took a year off, focused on wrestling, but then how much does it help him with that interior defensive line play to be a wrestler?
Well, I mean, wrestling's a lot about, especially as a big guy, heavyweight guy, 220 guy as him, it's a lot about leverage.
Yeah.
And his ability to use that leverage in there, handling double teams and other people is huge.
2nd and 10 at the 27. He's got a man down the field,
Nope.
but it's intercepted by CBC at the 5-yard line.
Corday Gage.
This is Gage across the 30, and he's finally brought down close to the 35. Gage has punted. He's kicked all the extra points. He's caught a pass, and now he gets an interception.
Cadets ball.
Here's the replay. How about Gage reading this, Coach? It looked for a second like the receiver was open, but Gage read it beautifully.
Well, I thought, oh, no, this is going to be a touchdown. I couldn't see on that. I thought he was going to get him on that post. And Gage just stepped in front of it. Took it the other way. Got about a 28-yard return on that.
Yeah, caught it at about the 5-yard line. That's good math, Coach. Ball spotted at the 33. McClellan has number 3, Courtney Rivers, to his left. 3 wide receivers in the game, 2 at the top of your screen. Fires, it's caught. He sat down and made the catch at the 41, Darian Jones. Tackle by Bryce Kraft.
Darian Jones on the catch.
Darian Jones been a very productive receiver here for the Cadets early.
8-yard pickup, 2nd and 2. Ball spotted at the 41. CBC leading 28-7 with the ball. They've intercepted Brinkman twice. Quick out to on the near side to Jones. He kind of slipped the tackle but couldn't get away. Number 5 was there, Andrew Walters, and then coming in to finish him off was Gavin Fay.
So I think Jones lost about a yard there.
Well, they spotted at the 41, so no gain on the play. Must have given him forward progress.
Yep.
So it'll be 3rd down and 2 here for CBC at the 41. McClellan, he's going to keep it himself up the middle. That's the first designed keeper.
Yeah, and he's going to be very close.
They might bring the sticks out, do you think?
You know, you just don't see it that often on turf fields.
As a matter of
They're
fact,
calling first down.
First down. As a matter of fact, last night, Coach, at the Mizzou game, they brought the sticks out. It's been a while since I've seen the sticks at a college football
Well,
game.
you're on flat fields where you've got very precise markings. You just don't need it at the same level that you used to when you were, you had painted fields with crowns and, a lot of different technology going on here.
And a penalty flag.
Penalty call.
False start.
False start.
So it'll be 1st and 15. They'll back CBC up to the 38-yard line.
Didn't see anybody move, but 21
The
for
5-yard
Sacred
penalty,
Heart
first
was
and
clapping. Job Kepler.
And the white hat threw it from right behind the formation, so he saw it.
Kepler
Had a
and Green
direct
with their fingers
line
in
of
the
sight.
ground for the Cyclone.
I'm going to guess one of those offensive linemen flinched. It's typically what happens.
1st and 15 at the 38-yard line for the Cadets. McClellan looking left. Now here comes the pressure right up the middle, and he's going to get thrown down for the sack. Number 12, Bryce Kraft on the blitz right up the middle.
Big sack right there.
By Kepler and Logan.
After losing 5, gave up another 10 on that.
It'll be
Breakdown in the protection.
And it's now 2nd and 25. It is rare to see Nick McClellan get sacked.
He just didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Once he saw it and he tried to get out of the way, he was like right on top of him and had his hands on him.
So 2nd down, 25, back at the 28-yard line. Line to gain is the 47 of Sacred Heart Griffin. Rivers, right side. He's going to cut it upfield, and he is hit across the 30, gets to about the 31. Big hit, and again, it's number 12, Bryce Kraft.
Demetrius Roberson.
Comes up to make the tackle.
I think they thought they would get us in a passing, we'd get them in a passing situation. We could get out numbers on them on the perimeter, and didn't work out that way. Just got a few yards. And third and 20.
Third and 22, I
yeah.
think. And Coach, now I believe in this situation, you'd like to see maybe a little screen, let these athletic receivers run for it, but not the case. McClellan's going to run it himself across the 40, 45-50, 45-40, 35-30. He's gone. Touchdown, CBC. No flags on 3rd and 22 from the 31-yard line. McClellan goes 69 yards.
And that is what you get when you got a guy like Nick McClellan back there. Drop back. They had great coverage. Peeled out as the pressure started getting up, and bam, I was getting ready to say he's going to run for the first down, and I'm like, well, I need to hold that thought because he might go a yard, and he did.
Nick McClellan, 69 yards. Gage will attempt the extra point. 4:20 to go until halftime. And Sacred Heart Griffin jumped on the near side. So they'll move it up a few inches.
Nah, I don't think they're going to. Are they moving it?
Yeah.
I hate that.
No, it was declined.
Decline. I wish they would let you take something like that on the kickoff.
Snap back, ball is down. Gage's kick is good, and CBC leads 35-7 with 4:20 to go here in this first half. Nick McClellan out of pressure, takes it to the house 69 yards away. Here's the replay again, and you were right, Coach. He feels the pressure, and then once he bounces outside and then he tucks it, he's gone.
Well, and, you know, you've got that weapon in Nick as an athletic quarterback. I mean, most other quarterbacks that aren't, that don't have that skill set are not even going to try to do. They're going to try to find more time and find a guy to get open because they got to go 22 yards and it's 3rd down. Maybe if it's 1st or 2nd down, you get what you can get. But, I mean, Nick's a tremendous track athlete to go along with his football skill, and he gets in the open field and he feels like he can go from anywhere.
Dawes will kick off for CBC. Right to left, he puts the right foot into it, and it's an end-over-end kick that takes, it's fumbled at the 5, but picked up.
Sometimes those end up weird ones.
Picked up by number 19, Austin Rudder.
That was almost a disaster for Sacred Heart in the aspect of he dropped it, then he went to a knee as he was picking it up, but luckily he got his knee up before he got it off the ground because otherwise that ball would have been downed inside the 5-yard line. Now, CBC's defense needs an answer here. I realize they had the interception return, but Sacred Heart had found some footing offensively, and you'd like to see CBC's defense hunker down. And
they've moved the ball well the last 2 drives. Brinkman on a low snap. He had to scoop it up, a busted play, and he just had to pick up whatever he could.
Jameer Sims folded underneath to get that.
Bryce Kraft on the carry.
And somebody's down. I don't know if that's...
it's a CBC player down on the field.
That's Jameer. He's slow to get up.
We have a cadet down.
Looks like... Hopefully it's just a cramp. The way he's holding his foot up. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good news. We can deal with that. We don't want anybody getting hurt. We don't want any Sacred Heart kids getting hurt. We don't want any CBC kids getting hurt.
Checking in, by the way, on that offensive series for Sacred Heart Griffin for the first time was the junior tailback Ryan Broomfield, and he is a load as the backup tailback, 5'10", 225.
That's a big boy.
So we'll see if he gets a couple of carries here and see if he can try to work a little bit for the Cyclones. 35-7, the Cadets lead. Just under 4 minutes left first half.
I can't tell you how I am and how impressed I am with this facility and the atmosphere that you get in and around this stadium. you know, as your proximity to the field, your sight lines from the stands. They've got these nice berms that run around it that obviously would lend itself to much larger crowds. You know, just really, really, really nice job that Sacred Heart's done with this facility.
And behind us on the press box side, it's just lined with big, huge old trees, and there's trees lined up on one side of the goalpost. It's just you're exactly right. Beautiful setting here on the campus of Sacred Heart Griffin. There's a pass complete, good catch and run. He sat down right in the zone and just waited for it. Drew Ward, he saw his quarterback in trouble, came back and just sat at the 35, and that's a nice play by the Cyclones.
Yeah, I mean, great play. You know, Gabe Wilson did a nice job stringing him out as he was rolling out. Dorian Magruder was putting pressure from the inside, just was patient, found that guy in the soft spot of that zone.
Quick out, caught near side across the 40 to the 42. Finally run out of bounds.
Roman Jackson.
Roman Jackson. Yeah.
And once again, Sacred Heart finding some foot and throwing the ball.
The thing you like about Brinkman at 6'1", 175, he's got a good arm, but he could also make some things happen with his legs. We saw that earlier.
Yes. Very good athlete at quarterback.
And here's the big backup running back, 5'10", 225, Ryan Broomfield. And he rumbles for a first down across the 45 to the 47. They'll spot it at the 48.
He looks old school with those shoulder pads. You know, I mean, I don't think he does, but it almost looks like he's got a neck roll on.
We'll see if they maybe want to use him to pound on that CBC defense for a little while. Oh, it's a bad snap. Brinkman has to chase it down, and he just covers it back at the 33. That ball was low. There's been some snap issues in this game. He's had a couple of high snaps, a couple of low snaps, and that one just skipped right past him back to the 33-yard line.
I mean, just a rug burner right there. Just got through him, came back hot and low.
So now they'll bring in 5 wide, 2nd and 25, back at the 33.
So they got a tight end and 4 receivers. Well, they had 3 out there. I'm sorry, they did not have a tight end.
Brinkman will just hustle to the sideline and get out of bounds. Good coverage by the Cadets. He looked left, and everyone was covered, so he took off right. And Brinkman picks up about 5 to the 38-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 20.
CBC brings in one of their multiple packages.
Landon Brown in on the line.
Low snap again. Brinkman rolls right, fires, sideline. Caught by number 6. Good catch, good feet, Alex Martin. But that will not be a first down. It's at the 49-yard line.
I think they're going to go for it right here with the way they're throwing the ball.
They just announced there was a first down. It isn't. It's
fourth and about 7.
Yes, and they're going to go for it here. You're down 35, 7, 2:24 to go in the first half. You've been moving the ball well. You might as well go for it. Brinkman's going to roll left. Now he's going to come back right. Looking downfield the whole time. Fires, and it's caught.
Oh.
And did he hang on? No, he didn't. Corday Gage with a huge hit.
That was a big-time hit, folks.
Alec, by the way, give Alex Martin credit. He goes up to make that. He knows he's about to get hit. That ball is up high, and he goes up to make that catch, and he almost made it.
Alex Martin,
well, he did. And when you're late in a play like that, with it in front of you, you go up for a ball like that, you've got to be prepared to get hit. You've got to know it's coming.
Corday Gage has really put his stamp on this game, hasn't he?
In multiple ways. And really, you know, he's got, the one catch for 15 yards offensively, but special teams and on defense, he has made his presence felt.
His dad, of course, Justin Gage, who is on the CBC coaching staff as well, former Mizzou football and basketball player. You can catch him on Matrix Midwest for all of the Mizzou pre- and post-game stuff on Matrix Midwest. So If you recognize that name, Gage, that's where you've heard it. There's a shot down the middle of the field and a great catch. He sat down again, number 6.
Arness Webb.
Arness Webb. And again, these receivers actually on both sides, Coach, they are so aware when their quarterback gets out of the pocket, they find the little empty spots and zones in that defense, sit down, and they get ready for their quarterback. McClellan dumps it off. This is Vic Williams. Look out. Inside the 20. Cuts inside the 15. Breaks a tackle. He drags a defensive lineman all the way down to the 6.
Vic Williams on the reception, wrapped up by Joe Kepler.
Actually, that's a linebacker, Joe Kepler, but Joe Kepler's got quite a bit of height and weight on Vic Williams, and Vic dragged him down to the 6-yard line.
They're saying, I don't see a flag on the field, but they're saying ineligible man downfield.
Yeah, I didn't see a flag either.
It's right in front of us here. We can't see it through.
Oh, I see it. Now I see it.
Sacred Heart.
Yeah, it's right in front of the Sacred Heart bench at about the 29-yard line. Boy, someone must have got off that line down the field quick because McClellan got the ball out of his hands fast.
Well, or maybe somebody was covered up. They're talking to Gavin Dobby, I don't know, as a captain or as he was the guy downfield. That was close, but that's okay.
1st and 15 at the 29 now for CBC.
Because that ball came out really, really, really quick.
2 wide receivers on either side. Williams now in motion, right side. McClellan looks. Now fires down the middle. It's caught. Touchdown, CBC. Corday Gage. Who else?
There it is.
Corday Gage. You'd have to go back and look in the record books at CBC, Coach. I find it hard to believe that you would have a player in one game catch a touchdown pass, intercept a pass, kick 5, now maybe 6 extra points, and punt all in the same game.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Gage now to attempt the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, and good. CBC leads 42-7.
Gage's kick again is good.
With 1:27, it looks like, to go in the first half. Here's the replay. McClellan had all kinds of time, Coach. Give the offensive line credit here. Gage found a slant right over the middle. McClellan had all kinds of time, found him, and the Cadets have a big lead here in the second quarter. Once again, folks, we'll be over-the-air TV on Matrix Midwest next week for a big St. Louis area clash between the Cadets and Cardinal Ritter.
Looks like Sacred Heart's trying to get some personnel squared away here on the kickoff return.
Here comes the kickoff. Line drive boot, and that will sail through the end zone for a touchback.
Max Dawes has showed well for himself in his first action as the kickoff specialist.
Yeah, you can tell he's got a big foot. Big leg. 42-7. Sacred Heart Griffin will have the ball, 1st and 10 at the 20. The Cyclones have moved the ball much better from about towards the end of the first quarter into the second quarter, but 2 interceptions and a turnover on downs have all led to CBC touchdowns.
It's been tough going here for them.
Brinkman comes back out. And Gresh, this will now be the 2nd straight series we have not seen Mikey Gresh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to see if it's hard to catch people on the sideline as you're trying to watch the game. He's running right here.
Oh, here he comes. Okay, so Gresh now back onto the field. 4 wide receivers into the game, 2 split on either side. Brinkman, 1st and 10 at the 20. Low snap. Here comes the pressure, and down he goes. Number 8, that's Gabe Wilson with the sack for the Cadets. He came free there, Coach.
He did. He was on. I mean, they sent some pressure, and he landed it.
Loss of 8, 2nd and 18 at the 12-yard line. Under a minute to go until halftime.
Got to wonder what Sacred Heart's thinking, whether they're going to push, try to make something happen, or
play clock under 10, and then a flag. Is there a flag or is there a timeout? Nope. Encroachment on CBC.
Defensive penalty.
Interesting. It's hard to see. I wonder if somebody lined up in the neutral zone and didn't get themselves backed up.
So it'll be 2nd and 13 now at the 17.
These are always tough situations. You know, if you're Sacred Heart, you want to get something positive going, but you also don't want to do something to where you're going to give CBC a chance to get another score here.
Here's Brinkman. Fires near side and dropped. Number 5. It was just off of his fingertips, Andrew Walters.
Roman Jackson on the coverage. CBC had pressure, and CBC's getting guys in, chasing down Brinkman, but only been able to sack him the one time.
So they'll put the ball back at the...
I don't know why they're back. Oh, they got a hold. Okay.
Okay. Holding
so
call.
They'll be half the distance since you're inside the 20.
So they'll spot it at about the 8.
Yeah.
So
I do not know why the clock is running on an incomplete pass, though.
I mean, they can technically just run this out. Play clock and game clock are in sync. Gresh is hit immediately. Nothing there up the middle for Gresh. Number 63 for CBC, Rayshawn Smith with the tackle. And that's going to end the first half. And what a half it was for the CBC Cadets. A dominating first half, 42-7. And Coach, the Cadets with their first drive went 3 and out, and they scored on every drive after that the rest of the first half.
They did. I mean, they brought it. Offense is clicking, playing fast. Defense is getting after it. You know, this is a quality football program, so they are able to do some things to get the ball moving. But other than the big long screen pass, CBC is able to shut it down.
That's Coach Chris Maris. My name's Randy Molman. It is 42-7. CBC leads Sacred Heart Griffin. And you are watching CBC football on the Cadet Student Network and Matrix Midwest Digital. Here tonight, we're going to send it to timeout. We'll be back shortly with the second half here in Springfield.
Goodbye, weeds. Hello, Tomato Empire. Shut the fridge door. You've earned emos. Time to upgrade. Get a large pizza for the price of a medium or an extra large for the price of a large. Order online or on the Emos Pizza app.
Let's start this renovation. New cabinets, countertops, flooring, fixtures.
Okay, guys, let's make our customers proud. On 3. Ready? Ready.
Come on, guys, let's get this space prep.
It's football season right now, but it's MFL season all year long. More for less remodeling. Whether you need a new kitchen, bathroom, or a total renovation, you'll score big with MFL.
That was one heck of a team effort.
Get the MFL team. More for less, STL.com.
Upgrading your IT systems? Partner with us for sustainable IT management. With on-site asset inventory and physical and digital data destruction. We can also evaluate, refurbish, and remarket your equipment. From chain of custody to final disposition, your assets and data are destroyed by national standards. Adonis Recycling, making an impact in the community.
What makes a fan? We're fans. Plug in to Matrix Midwest, a new kind of channel for fans of all kinds. St. Louis sports, culture, lifestyle. Matrix Midwest, St. Louis's only free and independent sports and entertainment network. Fans belong here.
Hey race fans, John Bomarito here. The Race to the Savings sales event is on at all 20 Bomarito locations. Purchase or lease any new or pre-owned vehicle and get 4 tickets to this year's NASCAR Xfinity race. See hometown favorite Jordan Anderson Racing Bomarito Autosport as they compete for the win with 3 ultra-fast Chevy-powered Camaros. Then take advantage of the largest selection and best factory incentives of the summer. Going on now during our Race to the Savings sales event, open 24/7 at Bomarito.com. See you at the track.
Some like it hot. You like it extra crispy. Shut the fridge door. You've earned emos. Party more? Save more. Use promo codes to get $5, $10, or $15 off your next order. Order online or on the Emos Pizza app.
A gang of purple jerseys. You are looking at the officials gathering at midfield, getting ready for the second half between CBC and Sacred Heart Griffin. They're in a discussion on the field. I don't really know what the discussion is about, but the second half seems to be delayed for some reason. My name's Randy Bowman, Coach Chris Maris alongside Chris. Are you hearing anything out there?
No, I'm not. I did, in my perusings, I did run into one of the officials. I did get clarification on the running clock rule in Illinois, unless that's what they're double checking and clarifying. I was told that it is a differential of 40 in the second half. So they've, I wonder if that's the discussion. Hey, we want to thank Tim Kylo, of course, from State Farm. Tim Kylo, presenting sponsor of the Cadet Student Network. He's always been a part of the broadcast and always a supporter of CBC and the CBC cadets and the broadcast team. If you're looking for any type of insurance, any sort of coverage, you want to compare prices, give Tim a call at State Farm, 842-4442, or Tim at Tim Kylo, that's KILO.com. Thank you, Tim. Coach, I was wondering if maybe they were having a discussion. If you see on the field, I don't know if it's easy to tell on our cameras, but there was a halftime show with a bunch of young girls out there doing a pom routine, and it was really, really cute, a bunch of grade school girls, and it stretched all across the field. And they were doing a big dance number. The crowd went nuts over it. It was really, really cool. But there's a lot of pom-pom residue all over the field. I don't know if you can vacuum that up or if that's dangerous. I think they're going to let it go. I think they're going to let it go, but that could be a slip. That could be a slip. So, hey, I got some unofficial stats for you from the first half. We'll see if I can continue to do this throughout the season. But Nick McClellan, unofficially 8 of 18 for 204 yards, 2 touchdowns. 4 rushes for 77 yards and a touchdown. Vic Williams, 6 carries, 71 yards, and 2 TDs. Courtney Rivers, the 1 touchdown. Darian Jones, 3 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown. And maybe the big surprise, not surprise, but Corday Gage, 2 catches, 42 yards and a TD, 7 PATs, 1 interception, and his punt that got down inside the 5-yard line had a tremendous as we were saying, Swiss Army knife gadget type of game here, but good start, big numbers for the cadets right out of the gate, and we'll see how much time the starters get here in the second half. As I said, the running clock rule in Illinois was clarified to me to be 40 points, up by 40 points in the second half, where in Missouri it is a 35-point differential.
So the cadets are ready to kick off. Back deep, number 7, Drew Ward, and number 13, Gavin Fay. The kickoff is Max Dawes, and he drills it right down the middle of the field into the end zone. And actually, that was number 19, Austin Rudder, back deep, not Fay. But it'll be a touchback, and Sacred Heart Griffin will start at the 20-yard line, first down and 10. And the thing is, Coach, yeah, the score's 42-7. Yes, CBC has dominated much of this game, but there were periods of that first half where the Cyclones moved the ball pretty well against this defense.
They did, and largely, I mean, with a handful of runs, but mostly through the air, you know, with Brinkman slinging it around a little bit.
This is Mikey Gresh, left side, not much there. Standing him up, number 69. That is Joe Kopp. And he has had an impact on this first half. He has been phenomenal in the middle of that defense, and he also had a ball batted out of the hands of the quarterback right into his lap for an interception.
You know, and I forgot about that interception when I was recording stats. I didn't have that one down on my list, so I think I was so stunned by it.
And there was Kopp again putting pressure on Brinkman, but he gets rid of it, and it's caught far side. And it looks
close
like
to a first down.
Number 11, Demetrius Roberson with the catch. It'll be 3rd and short.
Hard for me to tell who ended up with the tackle over there.
Looks like over in coverage was Richard Mosley.
Yeah.
And Cortland Collins was over there as well.
So we got a 3rd and 1 here.
3rd and 1 at the 29. And
I thought that's who we'd get as the sophomore.
Oh, yeah, the big man.
The big man, number 33.
Ryan Broomfield, actually a junior, but 5'10", 225. We talked about him. Coach and I in the first half were really rooting for him to get the ball a few times. We wanted to see this big boy rumble. He's had it a couple of times, and boy, he is a big, strong back. Brinkman fakes, now scrambles. He fires, he's got a receiver open, down the middle of the field, touchdown, coming up, Sacred Heart Griffin. How about that? Big throw down the middle of the field off the scramble to Andrew Wolters.
Somebody busted a coverage there, and I'm sure Coach Dimovitz is not going to be very happy about that. No reason for a receiver to get that far behind your secondary.
And as we're looking at this again, as soon as Brinkman stepped up and showed run, I think the defensive backs were peeking into the backfield, and that's when Wolters blew past him down the middle of the field.
And let him run. Let him do his thing, running the ball. Let the front seven take care of that, and I'm sure that's one of the things they'll be talking about.
Andrew Hoffner is on to attempt the extra point, but no kick. The whistle blew before.
False start.
Oh, false start on the defense.
They got a false start on the defense?
Well, they pointed towards CBC.
Interesting.
I don't know that I've ever seen a false start called on the defense.
Defensive penalty declined.
Huh.
Interesting.
So Hoffner will attempt it again. It was declined, so Cyclones will attempt again. Both touchdowns for Sacred Heart Griffin were long scores, an 85-yard, and then that one was 71 yards.
Well, and one of the things, CBC did not get a lot of they got pressure from the outside on that play, but they didn't get a lot of pressure up the middle, and that allowed Brinkman to step up and throw that ball downfield.
We've seen him throw on the run. He's got pretty good touch on the run.
He's got very good throwing while his feet are moving. That's for darn sure.
So 42-14 now, CBC. 10:29 to go, third quarter. And a big start for Sacred Heart Griffin here in this third quarter. They're not going away quietly, that's for sure. 42-14 the score. The Cadets will get the ball.
Well, let's not forget, CBC is pretty much breaking in an entirely new secondary from last year.
Yes.
And that's not so much an excuse of making it okay, but you're gonna have some mess ups from time to time as these guys figure some things out. And it looks like we got some. Are they going hand? I think no.
Landon Newman is deep.
Newman's deep along with
Arness
Webb. So no Darian Jones deep. I hope that's just getting Landon some time because he's a pretty darn good athlete and a good ball carrier in his own right. And I hope that's not a sign that Darian Jones is nicked up at all. I see him on the sideline with his helmet off, putting it back on right now.
Gavin Hayes set to kick. Coach Pingle talked about Newman being one of those backs that could step up and be in a three running back rotation at some point this year.
He's a physical runner, got good speed.
Gavin Hayes lines up to kick.
Nice ball player that is going to, got a couple more years in this program to make his name.
So Sacred Heart Griffin will kick off after the touchdown, and this one goes deep. He'd been pooching them all night, and this one goes deep and goes out of bounds at the one.
What a break. Kicking it deep.
Arness Webb just figured he would just let that roll into the end zone, but it took a funny hop to the left and rolled out of bounds, and so
he just stayed. But Webb didn't panic there because as soon as it didn't go into the end zone, a lot of times you'll see guys that are like, "Oh my God, I got to get the ball," and he just stayed patient. He popped his eyes up real quick to see where the coverage was, and did a nice job to let that roll out of bounds.
So the ball will be spotted on the penalty at the 35-yard line. It'll be first down, CBC. Opening high school football weekend for the Cadets and most of the Illinois and Missouri area. And the weather in both states could not be better.
It was a great weekend for high school football.
No tight end in the game. Trips for the Cadets. 2 at the top of your screen. 2 McClellan's left. He'll hand it to Rivers, who busts it up the middle, across midfield. Easily his best run of the night.
Well, and you can tell he's been chomping at the bit to get one like that. So he gets 18 on that one. You know, and Courtney's your leading returning rusher last year, and South Dakota State verbal commit.
Sneak peek at our camera crew here at Sacred Heart Griffin. Gage makes the catch on the near side inside the 40, finally run down by number 11, Demetrius Roberson.
Ridden down by Demetrius Roberson.
And then timeout as Roberson stays down. Looks like they're going to try to stretch him out. Hopefully just a cramp.
I saw a bunch of guys over here on the Sacred Heart sideline. Looked like they were getting cramps, stretched out, and you know, as much training as you do throughout the summer and getting ready for this, you know, you get these changes in weather from what you're kind of used to, and it can play a role in terms of, you know, causing you to cramp up a little bit.
1st and 10 for CBC at the 37. They're after the first 3 and out of the game. The Cadets have scored on every drive since. 6 straight touchdown drives for the Cadets. McClellan out of the gun. Rivers to his left, and on the delay comes the near side. Inside the 35. And darts inside the 30, dives forward. Courtney Rivers, another nice run.
Stopped by Rudder.
Looks like he picked up about 9. It'll be 2nd and short for CBC.
So after a fairly quiet first half with the touchdown, Rivers getting some good yardage here in the second half. CBC looks like they've made a couple of adjustments up front in terms of how they're trying to attack this in the running game.
Vic Williams now is checked in. Oh, that's batted down. Number 53 was in, Josh Iyer, and he swatted at the ball. He had a straight line to McClellan, and he knocked it down right out of his hand.
So RPO right there, and they had the backside slant. He was open. He was going to be open, but defensive linebacker, defensive end did a nice job getting in Nick's face and knocking that ball down.
3rd and 1 at the 28-yard line. Cadets' first drive of the second half. Sacred Heart Griffin with a touchdown drive, 71 yards. Brinkman to Andrew Wolters. Rivers, he'll have the first down, and he keeps the legs moving down to about the 25. We'll see what kind of forward progress they give him. Looks like they give him the 25.
So he got 4 on that one.
That'll give the Cadets another first down.
Yeah, it was 2 down territory, I would think, for the Cadets either way.
For sure. McClellan has Williams in the game now to his left. Rivers lined up behind the tackle on the left side.
Soccer ball came onto the field, and Assistant Athletic Director Scott Brown saves the day as he raises his arm over there by the sticks.
McClellan fakes, rolls left, fires left corner. He's got Gage. Touchdown, CBC. 25 yards. McClellan to Gage. Gage was angling to the middle of the field, cut to the corner, and McClellan hit him perfectly.
Nick's 3rd touchdown pass on the night.
And the fake brought the defense to their left, and that gave McClellan a little more time on the roll.
Yeah, nice little bootleg roll action there on the play action, and everybody bid on that. We'll see if Corday can make it 8 for 8 here. And he does.
The extra point is good, 49-14.
So now CBC's defense needs to find some footing.
Yeah, the one thing, despite the lead, the one thing that you know will be discussed, Coach, is the defense has had a couple of breakdowns in this game. Now, they've come up with some big plays, 2 interceptions and a sack or 2. They had forced a turnover on downs, but you don't want to give up those big plays like they have. Both touchdowns, big plays for Sacred Heart Griffin.
Well, I think that's the thing. I mean, a screen pass, the first one, you're like, okay, they caught us. We over pursued a little bit. You know, you tip your cap to them a little bit, but on the last one, you got to feel like there was a broken coverage on that to get him behind you. Somebody didn't check up where they were supposed to, and so make sure you get that stuff kind of squared away.
Here's the kick by Dawes. It is deep and returnable at the 5. Across the 20, 25, bounces outside 30. Good, nice return by number 7, Drew Ward. Finally tackled on the play by number 22, Joshua Beasley. And Josh Beasley has been real active on special teams here tonight.
He's done a nice job getting a couple of tackles and you know, being a part of what's going on here. I know he's a guy that they think he's going to fold into, you know, one of these guys is going to fill in at corner a little bit. Weston Gannon in a little bit at safety here with Kaburek on the other side. So seeing his first action.
1st and 10 at the 33. Handoff up the middle, bouncing it outside up to about
Weston
the 40.
Gannon with a tackle right there on.
Tackled Broomfield.
Weston Gannon on the tackle.
So his first snap on defense, we believe, and he came in and made a nice tackle.
They've been rotating a lot of guys back there, so he may have been in there otherwise. I've been trying to catch him, but.
Here's Broomfield again, and it's going to take a couple of cadets to drag him down. In fact, 3 had to end up bringing down Broomfield. Hitting him
Wilson.
first. Yep, Gabe Wilson was there first.
Jaden Britt in on that one, and Weston Gannon. I'm seeing some subs out there. Jaden Britt in at linebacker. I think Jaden Goss-Harris.
Little confusion on the offensive set here for the Cyclones. It's 3rd and 1.
Plenty of time.
Finally, they get set. Brinkman out of the gun. He's got Broomfield to his left, and I think that'll be number 4, jumping Roman Jackson into the face of the receiver.
I don't know why. I know you're playing press coverage. I don't know why you're worried about jumping that guy right then and there, because that gives them a first down.
They'll mark it up to the 47-yard line.
Will Corbin, number 97, the other defensive tackle who's checked in.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Sacred Heart Griffin going right to left. Shotgun snap. Brinkman sets up. Looks left. Now finds nothing. Rolls right. There's a flag on the play. He throws it in the dirt.
Brinkman's pass falls incomplete, but there's a flag on the play.
And the penalty flag came in the secondary here on the near
call
side.
Pass interference, I'm going to guess.
Sitting down here at the 35-yard line of the Cadets. Defensive hold. And so that was number 4 again, Roman Jackson, who jumped off sides on the previous play.
Yep. So George Sanders, number 55, who's played a lot on special teams tonight, jumping in, the junior here at defensive tackle. Him and Will Corbin rotating a little bit as we're getting a little bit of rotation here from the defensive line and some other guys. And it may, with the score being what it is, it may be time to, get more guys in. But typically Coach Pingle waits till we got a running clock to do that, especially in the third quarter.
Ball spotted at the Cadet 43. Brinkman going deep. He's got a wide open receiver. 43-yard touchdown to number 11, Demetrius Roberson. And when we take a look at this replay, we'll be able to see what happened. Maybe a slip on that far side.
No, Carson Cabor, I think he stepped up because he turned around and looked at him like, oh, no.
So another long touchdown, and here's the replay. And it's basically a straight post right down the middle of the field. And yes, the safety jumped up thinking the ball was going to the sideline. And then by the time he turned around, number 11, Roberson, was wide open, just running a fly down the sideline. Bad snap, and he shanked the extra point to the left. CBC almost blocked it, but that snap was behind the holder, and he finally got it down, but I'm shocked the kicker even got it off.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he got it off was something, because that ball was that with him to reach behind it, it was trouble.
So good for Gavin Hayes, who got the kick off.
I mean, there's a lot of time left in this game. I mean, there's 6:55 left in the third quarter. You got the whole fourth quarter to go. You know, and the unfortunate thing is it looked like CBC had this game in hand, and now you're in a position where you've got to likely keep playing your top guys when you might be thinking about, when are we getting them out of here? You know, you still got a 29-point lead, but that's, you know, a couple of blown coverages right here to allow Sacred Heart back in this game.
And credit Sacred Heart. They are taking their shots. A couple of long touchdowns now. Blown coverages, but Brinkman, how about the recognition, seeing those guys sprint?
That's what a quarterback's got to do. I mean,
right.
He's doing exactly what he has to do. I mean, you can say all you want about that, but he's doing his job. You know, he's seeing what's in front of him, and he's like, oh, that guy's sitting. This guy's going right by him. Let's get it over the top.
Yeah, really impressed with that quarterback, Cam Brinkman. He has been really, really fun to watch here tonight. Kicking off here for the Cyclones, it'll be Gavin Hayes. And back deep again, it's Arness Webb and Landon Newman. Here's the kick. End over end. This will be Newman at the 15. Up the left hash. Angles down towards the sideline. He's stood up there by Bryce Kraft.
Good hustle right there by Landon Newman, getting up there, getting what he can get. Not a whole lot of juking going on, just kind of ran hard up inside there and had a pretty solid return.
Cadets have it, 1st and 10 at the 33.
I'm going to call Will Thompson in on that stop, too.
Ball on the left hash for CBC. They have the ball again, up 49-20, 6:43 to go, third quarter.
Still got Nick and Vic, and a lot of the starters still in the game.
Two wide receivers near side. Now in motion comes Jaden Reed. This is Vic Williams. McClellan fakes it to him, now gets it to Jaden Reed. I was about to say Jaden Reed has been relatively quiet in this game. He gets a big gain here off the catch into the Cyclones' territory, down to about their 45-yard line. Good catch and run there by Jaden Reed. There's been a couple of attempts to him in the end zone that he couldn't quite haul in. But there, the playmaker shows why he's a playmaker.
Well, and he's a guy that you figure was going to be one of your top targets. And they tried to get him the ball early, got shoved out of bounds. Had another one knocked away that was left short.
Here's Vic Williams. He bounces it outside, cuts it towards the outside. He may go inside the 20. He's gone. Vic Williams,
bam,
bounce to the outside, and then you are not going to catch him. Wow, is he explosive. "35 yards.
I mean, he did a jump cut right there when it looked like they may have had him forced back inside to where he was going to get a good gain, but not a great gain, and he jump cut to the outside, got a good block, I think, from Arness Webb up top. Scrambled to get a good block on that on the corner over there, and once Vic hit the sideline, you got a guy who runs sub-11 in the 100, and he was gone.
Snapback ball down. Corday Gage kick is up, and it is good. CBC now leads 56-20. So for all of the scores that we've seen from Sacred Heart Griffin here in the second half, both of their long touchdowns, the Cadets have answered with touchdown drives of their own and explosive plays as well. This has been a very exciting game to watch. If you like offense, this is the game for you, Coach.
Well, yeah, it is. So.
And by the way, we still have 6 minutes to go here in the third.
The third quarter, I know. I'm sitting there kind of looking at it as I'm checking some updates, and it's like, oh, here we go. And, you know, at this point, I'm ready for CBC to hunker down on defense, get a stop, get a score, get the clock rolling.
Dawes will do the kicking. First game as a kicker for CBC, and he is not disappointed. He's done very well on the kickoffs here tonight. Caught at the 5-yard line. Now angling towards the middle of the field near side, and he ran a long way to pick up not that many yards. That is Drew Ward. He caught it on the far side at about the 5-yard line, cut it towards the middle of the field, and kept sprinting sideways. Got brought down at around the 16.
I think Jaleel Walker might have had that tackle. I'm double-checking roster here. Yes, sir. Jaleel Walker, the sophomore, came flying down on that, came across the field, and tracked him down.
So they spotted on the 18, 1st and 10. Brinkman has Broomfield to his right, fakes to him, sets up, now looks, pressure coming. He's got to roll out of it, and he's caught from behind and finally thrown down. They finally got him off the scramble. They've had a sack tonight, but that's the first time the Cadets have been able to corral him when he gets out of the pocket.
And you had solid coverage on the back end. He
Yes.
couldn't find anybody getting free. And on the last couple times, he's had people being able to sit down in the soft spots or get over the top, and neither one of those things happened there.
So a gain of a yard. Brinkman got a yard on that, so it'll be 2nd and 9 at the 19. Shotgun snap, handoff Broomfield. Up the middle, picks his way. Cortland Collins was there first.
Broomfield, first forward.
And that's a collision right there. Broomfield and Collins.
That's two pretty big boys going after each other.
Two big physical players.
Cortland Collins.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 after that 1-yard pickup at the 20-yard line for the Cyclones. They'll go trips to the left. Broomfield comes out of the game. 2 wide receivers to the right. 5 total in the game. No tight end. Empty backfield for Brinkman. Collins acts like he's going to blitz up the middle. And here he comes. Brinkman looks, and he's hit and down. Cortland
Collins. He swim the center.
Collins again on the play.
I thought they might have had a screen game on, and maybe they did, but Cortland was in his lap way, way too quickly.
Collins was coming. You could see it. And, yeah, what a swim move there, Coach.
I mean, I thought he was not in a great position to be able to get through, but, you know, that's one of the things that we've talked to a couple other coaches about with Cortland is he is really, really, really good on the blitz. Whether he's showing, whether he's coming late from, you know, depth or whatnot, he's just really good at finding his way through on his blitz and getting in the backfield, making things happen.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's perception or not, but he closes so fast. Oh, that's a high snap. Ward catches it, kicks it with the left foot off the side. It's a short punt. It bounces, and it'll take a Cyclones roll into CBC territory down at about the 47-yard line down there by number 9, Javonis Lunford.
Arness Webb deep on that one instead of Jaden Reed.
Got a lot of this crowd now heading towards the exit.
47.
It's hard. It's hard to stick it out in these situations. Julian Anderson in. Looks like he's playing a little left guard.
Looks like Franklin McGinty will come in at quarterback now for CBC.
I know Landon Brown's been a little banged up, so get him out of there. Let Julian run here a little bit. And
McGinty last year threw 9 passes. He was 4 for 9. Takes the snap, hands it to Rivers. Rivers cuts it upfield, and he is dragged down by number 21, Joe Kepler.
Hands off to Courtney Rivers.
Rivers got 1 on that.
Stopped by Joe Kepler.
It's somebody coming through pretty quickly on him.
It'll be 2nd and 9, and Landon Newman now will check into the game.
Tilton Hughes at right guard. So you got a couple of new offensive linemen. You still got your tackles and your center in there, but a couple of new guards.
And a new wide receiver in the game, Tyler Hawthorne, number 87. The junior is bunched in that formation to the left. McGinty hands it to Newman, picking his way, and he drives the legs across the 45. He'll be very close to a first down. I think they're going to give it to him. You said it, Coach. He's a physical runner, and he got his nose up in there and kept the legs churning. First and 10 for CBC at the 42.
Max Purcell checks out. Lots of personnel running on and off this field for CBC. It's been a little dizzying, even in the first half, seeing all the different guys coming up and moving around.
McGinty out of the gun, play clock at 2. He better get it off. 1, and he did. Here's Newman following his blockers, got tripped up at the 40, picked up a couple. Down at the bottom of that pile, tripping him up, looked like number 14, Wyatt Coffin.
Had a little seam back to his left, which he tried to hit, but got tripped up a little bit before he could get through there.
That's the second time, Coach, we've seen Newman go over that right side and just put a hand on the back of one of his linemen and just follow him down the field.
Yeah, just feel his way through.
Yeah. So 2nd and 8 at the 40. Shotgun snap. McGinty fires near side. It's caught at the 35 by number 6, Arness Webb. In coverage, Austin Rudder. And over there to help out Wyatt Coffin. So it'll be 3rd and 5 at the 37. Jones back into the game. Webb's in the game. Reed's in the game for CBC at wide receiver. And that's going to be a penalty on CBC.
It is. Bryce Jones just needs to stay in there. Let them call it.
I mean, you can reach up and point, but he moved his feet.
Yeah.
And that's what caught him.
You just got to let that guy. He may have been back far enough that he didn't get into the neutral zone. You just got to, stay in there.
That'll be a good teaching moment on film, won't it?
Yeah. I get it. Just point to him. Maybe the official throws the flag or whatnot. But you can't move your feet.
Right.
Can't even really move your hips. You can just kind of point at them.
3rd and 10 after the penalty, back at the 42-yard line. Trips to the left. Jaden Reed, the lone receiver, to the right. McGinty steps back. Here comes pressure. He's going to roll. Now he cuts it upfield after a good block by Landon Newman. He sprints to the outside. McGinty's going to get a first down for CBC. How about the block by Landon Newman?
It was pretty special. Boy, they moved those chains quick. I didn't figure out how much he got.
Well, they started at the 42. They mark it down at the 28.
There you go.
So I can't do math that quickly. You can.
16, 14? I don't know. I'm trying to watch and do all kinds of stuff over here.
56-20 CBC, under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. McGinty, pistol formation. Newman lined up behind him. He's going to give it to Newman. Newman up the middle. Couple of steps, thrown down. Good tackle. Wrapped up by number 12, Bryce Kraft. Kraft has had a couple of big hits in this game. 2nd and 8 at the 25. Number 46 has checked in for CBC. Caden Shea. Shea will line up to the right of McGinty in the backfield. 2 wide receivers bunched near side. Uh-oh, ball loose. It's on the ground, and looks like
Shea
CBC
fell
got
on it.
Back. So tough on the exchange. It'll now be 4th and 10.
Creating havoc. Recovered by CBC.
And this is a spot on the field where you're going to go for it.
I think they're going to run the clock out.
So that'll end the 3rd quarter. CBC leads 56-20.
Cyclone Nation.
We want to thank our
Do you hear it?
camera operators here that have made the trip. Logan Torrance, Braden Spakogi, John Pagano helping out here tonight, and Cooper Newmark, of course, did some sideline reporting for us, talked to Coach Pingle pregame. And, of course, our executive producer, Randy Gardner, here in the booth, standing next to me. 2 Randys. It's very rare you get 2 Randys in one room.
Yeah, sometimes I'm texting one of you, and I'm like, which one am I texting?
I'm Randy Molman. That's Coach Chris Maris. Happy to be bringing you the broadcast on the Cadet Student Network and our new broadcast partner this year, Matrix Midwest. So excited about this partnership with Matrix Midwest this year. The Cadets have it now as we start the 4th quarter. It'll be 4th. Oh no, 3rd.
Yeah, it's only 3rd down.
3rd and 10. Okay.
You had the penalty. You had the penalty.
You're exactly right.
And so you replayed that down.
It's a good thing I'm not an official.
Well, you get to see a rough one of those back in 1990. So
I did, and that game happened on my birthday.
Oh,
we're referencing the Colorado 5th down game in Columbia back in 1990 at Mizzou. McGinty finds a receiver, sits down Jaden Reed. He'll be close, a couple yards shy, so it'll be 4th and short here for CBC. Had McGinty put that on the numbers, Reed would have had a 1st down without a problem. But it was kind of low and away, and Reed had to go down to get it.
Interested to see what we do here.
Shea is in the backfield to the right of McGinty.
I'd come back out here to Reed again on a little hitch, a little stop route. They're playing 6 yards off.
You got a trips bunch on the right side. Jaden Reed, the sole receiver, near side. McGinty steps up. He'll fire to Shea. Shea makes the catch. Shea heads to the sideline. He gets run out at close to the 18. I don't know if he's going to get the 1st. It's going to be very, very close.
Wyatt Coffin pushed him out of bounds.
Let's see what they say.
I think he's short based on his spot.
I think he's short.
He is short by like 6 inches.
Yeah, I thought so. When he went out of bounds, he looked to be just shy of the 18, and he had to get to the 18 to get the 1st down. So turnover on downs, and it'll be Cyclone football. So back into the game now, quarterback Cam Brinkman. He's had a big night.
Getting some more subs in here.
Brinkman rolls right now, fires over the middle off the hands, and that was dangerous. Off the hands of number 84, Dalton Best, and then when the ball's up in the air like that in the middle of the field, you never know what's going to happen.
What's interesting here is the officials seem to be letting a lot of the perimeter holding go on blitzing outside linebackers. That's at least the 3rd time I've seen a guy come off the edge and get kind of collared down and not get a flag.
Brinkman hands it to Broomfield. Broomfield, ooh, he's caught from behind, jumping in the backfield to make the tackle. Number 94 for CBC, Larry Hopkins.
Larry Hopkins, nice play right there.
That's how you got to get Broomfield down. You got to wrap up the feet.
Quentin Porter in there as well.
So no gain on the play, 3rd and 10. Ball spotted at the 18.
Harris, your other defensive lineman.
Got getting a fair amount of subs in here. Still got Collins in and Roman.
Brinkman steps up. He's going to roll. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He weaves his way across the 25, across the 30, and he sits down at the 38. A gain of 20.
Number 30, Noah Burke, runs him down. You get a 1st down right there.
What a bright spot Cam Brinkman has been for this team tonight for Sacred Heart Griffin. 20-yard run on 3rd and 10. He steps up, he looks, he fires near side. Sidearm throw, caught. And that's number 7, Drew Ward, at the 46. He'll be 2 yards shy of the first down. And now the Cyclones want to run a little tempo. They get to the line of scrimmage quick. Takes a while to get the play in, though. 9:33 and counting, fourth quarter. 56-20 CBC. Brinkman fakes, throws, little slant, out too far in front of the receiver, Alex Martin.
He had pressure in his face, tried to get rid of it, and couldn't get it on line. And defensive back for CBC, I think it was Terrell, was right in his face.
Yes, great coverage.
Right in the receiver's face.
Great coverage by Terrell.
Little stun up front. I think Will Corbin was a kid the player came free.
3rd down and 2. Here comes Collins again. He shook off the center and he got into the backfield, but that pass is caught, slung over the middle to number 5, Andrew Walters, and he slides to a first down at the 49-yard line.
Man, Will Corbin is working over the right tackle right now, and it is just about there to land that home.
The reason I had talked about Collins is he got up to the line of scrimmage and he slapped the shoulder of the center and knocked him right out of the way. That ball's tapped at the line of scrimmage. Number 55 got his hand up.
That's George Harris, or George
Sanders.
George Sanders.
Big 6'4", 235 D lineman. He got his hand up and batted that down at the line of scrimmage.
You got George Sanders in there, and right next to him is Jaden Goss Harris. So I'm getting some names crossed up here, trying to make sure we get these guys taken care of.
Once again, Sacred Heart Griffin is confused.
Well, they're changing personnel on the fly here.
4 wide receivers in the game for the Cyclones, 2 split on the near side. Trips to the left. Fire down the middle, and that was a nice throw, just a little too far for Gavin Fay. It was dangerous. We talked about that earlier, Coach. Those seam patterns right down the middle of the field or on a slant, and you have to throw that perfectly, and he was very close to making a great throw right there.
The ones that he's hit have been the ones that he's put up in the air and over the defense. The ones that he's thrown on a line have been risky.
3rd down and 10 at the 49. Brinkman fires near side. Defensive back fell down. That's caught, and that should be a first down. Number 5, Andrew Walters. It is down to the 35-yard line. Roman Jackson fell down. Maybe he slipped on one of those loose pom-poms, Coach. I don't know.
Field hazard.
First down and 10 now for the Cyclones. Brinkman, empty backfield. Here comes pressure. He rolls right, and he'll just throw it away. Smart play by Brinkman.
Ooh, CBC had him. Oh, there's a flag up top.
Alex Martin in the vicinity.
Away from the ball, we're going to get a defensive hold.
Collins on the pressure.
Boy, officiating really hasn't had a factor in the game, but they're called.
It's a penalty on the play.
Oh,
they called it on them.
Oh, an offensive hold.
Okay.
They changed it. Okay.
There's been some holds on the defensive linemen and outside linebackers that they have not called. And, it's having an impact on the way this game is finishing.
1st and 20 now at the 44. Brinkman fakes. Now he'll throw a screen. He was looking for number 23, Mikey Gresh, and he overshot him.
If you look, the defensive lineman for CBC did not release, and so the screen really wasn't there.
That's the first snap Gresh has played in a while. He'll come back to the sideline.
They've gone a lot of empty here in the second half as they've tried to push the ball and open up the offense a little bit.
So 2nd and 20 at the 44 of CBC. Trips to the left. Brinkman fakes right, now looks, rolls. He's trying to buy some time. Now he'll take off, and he'll get out of bounds inside the 40.
Brinkman takes it forward. Run out of bounds by Miles Roger.
I think they're going to
running for his life, but he got a good gain on the play.
He sure did. Got down to the 37, a 7-yard pickup out of nothing, and it'll be 3rd down and 13 now.
Donnie Thomas and Gabe Williams check in for the Cadets.
Now Gresh will come
everybody,
back.
there's lots of personnel just running on and off the field, just trying to figure out what we're going to be looking at here.
They better hurry. Play clock's at 3. He might have to call a quick timeout. 1, and yes, they're going to get a timeout in right before the play clock ran out.
Timeout call.
And yeah, that was a personnel issue there, Coach. They couldn't get the players in that they needed into the game, and by the time they got the play in after the players got in, the clock was at 3.
And about 8:20 still in this game.
8:20 in this game and a 56-20 lead for CBC. They led 42-7 at halftime. Both teams have scored 2 touchdowns here in the second half.
Big night for the Springer family.
But you've largely seen significant substitution from CBC in the second half.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there is a concerted effort here. Instead of worrying about getting a running clock and getting out of here, like, well, let's use this as an opportunity to get as many people playing time as possible. Now, that may not be, the coaches may not like back that statement up if I asked them straight away, but the way I kind of look at it is like you've got a lot of question marks in your defensive backfield, and you still got some new defensive linemen you're trying to work in and try to figure out what you got. So why not give these guys, while you've got a comfortable lead, more meaningful reps?
3rd down and 13. Ball at the 37. Empty backfield again. Brinkman, here comes pressure, and it's Cortland Collins, number 48, with the sack, blitzing off the edge, and it'll be 4th and long.
That's the one guy who has not sat down a lot tonight.
No.
He has made his presence felt.
Cortland Collins seems like the type of guy, Coach, you walk up to him and say, hey, we're going to bring in some, and he says, no, you're not. I'm staying in this game.
Well, one of the things is that the fronts and the changes that they make up front and where they're going on defense is sometimes pretty tricky. And so you need an experienced linebacker in there or a guy who knows what he's doing to make sure you get into your fronts. Cole Rivers, start of the game, first-year starter. Cortland's been through this. This is 3 years now for him playing in this defense. So you just might want to have him out there making sure you're getting in the right looks.
Another timeout called by Sacred Heart Griffin. 7:33 to go. They're going to discuss a play call here for 4th and 22 at the 46-yard line. And the Cadets defense will talk it over as well.
And you can stop at the Dairy Queen in Lebanon. Cyclone football versus
the CBC get a stop here and make some things happen. Get those other guys some more playing time here. See if we've got any scores to report on. Let's see.
I know one particular score Cadet fans are keeping a little bit of an eye on is the Cardinal Ritter game. They playing at Jackson here tonight.
That's what I'm checking right now.
CBC gets Cardinal Ritter next week at home.
6 minutes ago, that game was tied 20-20. And Jackson has a 4th and goal at the 3.
Shotgun snap. They
halfback pass.
Yep, Koresh. Oh, he's got no one open. He's going to have to roll left. He's looking. CBC pursuing. He's just going to throw it up down the field, and it will be incomplete. Number 15 stepped in front, Weston Gannon. The ball went right through his hands.
It did, and it almost landed in the Sacred Heart receiver's hands. So CBC gets a turnover on downs.
Great coverage downfield. Gresh had nowhere to go, and then he just threw up a prayer.
He did.
56-20, and it's CBC ball with 7:21 to go.
See CBC put it together a little drive here, march down, and make something, whether you score or not, it's not important, but just get some of these guys some experience and going well here.
Looking down at the student section for Sacred Heart Griffin, the students have not left. They have packed that section over on the far end, and they are still there, standing, cheering. You got to respect that out of that fan base. Great student section. Here's Newman, head of steam, right side, and he's wrapped up at midfield. Good tackle in the open field by Javonis Lunford.
Yeah, got 4. Missing a block right there. Had a block and just didn't hold it.
So it'll be 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard pickup.
23-20 Jackson. Am I seeing that right? I pulled up their huddle stream. Looks like there's 4:32 left to go in this game, and it looks like it's 23-20 in favor of Jackson.
High snap. Gannon in the game at quarterback. And he hands it off, and a gang tackle, number 46, Caden Shea. We couldn't even see him. There was 4 or 5 black shirts all over Caden Shea.
Looks like he got 2.
So it'll be 3rd down now and 4
And I believe underneath that
at the Cyclones' 47-yard line. There's been some offensive fireworks in this game tonight. 76 total points. Gannon will hand it to Newman. Newman picks over the right side, trying to get to the line to gain, and he didn't get there. How about that tackle?
Landon Newman.
Number 19 came up. That's Austin Rudder, and he made a great tackle just shy of the line to gain, and there's a player down for Sacred Heart Griffin.
What a bummer right there.
A Cyclone player down.
So 5:43 left. 56-20, CBC leads. They'll tend to the player who is injured. He gets up and he'll hobble off on his own power. Wyatt Coffin seems all right. So 4th and 1, the Cadets will surely go for this.
St. Louis U High with a 22-3 win over St. Ignatius. Looks like they're going to get a win there.
Coach, I wanted to talk about that too. The MCC is going to be very, very competitive this year.
Tremendously.
CBC and DeSmet, and then you've got St. Louis U High is going to be very good, very talented. Vianney's talented. It's going to be a very, very good conference schedule this year. Up the middle, that is Shea, and he'll get the first down on 4th and 1. Rumbles down to the 36.
Andrew Walters was on the stop.
DeSmet plays tomorrow.
Caden Shea again on the run.
First down and 10 Cadets at the 42-yard line. Gannon takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. He is hit and may have lost a yard.
McGinty sweeps.
In on the stop, number 12, Kraft, and number 52, Emery Green.
Rudolph.
Looks like no gain.
So no gain, 2nd and 10.
Emery Green in on the stop for the Cyclone.
Clock running, and we're about to go inside of 5 minutes. 56-20, CBC leads. I imagine we're going to see a lot of running here on this last drive. Newman has a hole, cuts it upfield, inside the 35, inside the 30, close to the 25-yard line. A nice hard run by Landon Newman. Gets down to the 26, 16-yard pickup.
Nice run by Landon right there.
He hit that hole quickly. So 1st and 10 at the 26. Two tailbacks in the game, surround Gannon, 2 wide receivers, both split to both sides. Gannon will fire on the hitch, right at the 20-yard line, 6-yard pickup. That is Webb, I think. Arness Webb, far side. So 2nd and 4 at the 20.
6 on that.
Now Webb will come over to the near side. Second and 4. Gannon on the delay.
Shea.
First down run to the 15 by Shea.
5 on that one.
So 1st and 10.
So they're on about the 15-yard line, so they get a first down inside the 5. A little over 3 minutes left to go.
Gannon hands it off. Shea again, right side, head of steam, down close to the 5-yard line. He's very close. Looks like they'll mark him at the 6.
He runs hard too. I mean, Caden, a pretty quiet, unassuming guy around the school building. Got him in class, super smart kid, and he's running the ball hard.
2nd and 2. Ball spotted at the 6. Weston Gannon, the junior, takes the snap, hands it to Shea. Shea picks his way. He's got a first down. He's going to drag tacklers into the end zone.
He's kept his head down and just kept his feet moving.
6-yard run for Caden Shea, and the Cadets are over 60 in this game.
We're right at the end. That'll put the running clock in effect, regardless of the extra point. And Weston Gannon going to take this last extra point. We saw Weston kick a little bit last year. Another one of these guys, multi-talented. We saw him play a quarterback, a little safety. Now he's going to go for a kick here.
Snap back, ball down, kick is up, and it is good. 63-20 for CBC with 2:37 left. So the Cadets, I think it's safe to say, will start the season 1-0. They will face Cardinal Ritter at home next week. What a big game that is. You can catch that on over-the-air TV. You'll be able to watch it on Matrix Midwest next week. $6 p.m. kick against Cardinal Ritter. Then the Cadets travel to Chaminade on the 12th. And then the big game against DeSmet, September 19th at home.
Yeah, that'll be a big one. It's always a huge rivalry game.
3 out-of-state games this year. Well, not playing out-of-state. 2 out-of-state games on the road. This one, and then CBC travels to Georgia to play, I don't know how to pronounce it, Coach.
Rabun Gap.
Rabun Gap on October 3rd. And they will play Lipscomb, Tennessee, another very good program. They'll come to CBC on September 26th. Another loaded schedule for the Cadets. Not to mention, we just talked about how good the MCC is going to be this year. At the 6-yard line with a head of steam across the 30, and finally brought down at the 33. That is Drew Ward. He's had some nice returns in the kickoff game here tonight for the Cyclones.
Yes, he has. The Cyclone team's got a lot going for them moving forward. There's a lot for them to positively build on as they head into their next game.
Sophomore Jeremy Judd Jr. is now in at quarterback, number 10. And they'll have a new tailback in as well. We'll tell you about that. And it is number 22, but Judd keeps it himself. He's dragging tacklers all the way across the 40-yard line. What a hard run by the sophomore. Nathan Chapman, the sophomore running back, number 22, is in the game. And CBC's got a lot of players in the game also that are seeing some action for the first time. Miles Rogers is down here playing corner on the near side.
Yeah, you should see pretty much wholesale changes here for the last minute 30 for CBC.
Second down and 3 at the 41-yard line. Judd takes the snap, hands it to Chapman. He picks his way up the middle. He'll get the first down across the 45 to the 46.
You get a JV game tomorrow between CBC and Sacred Heart. One of the cadets is down. Let's see who that is. 30, is that Noah Burke?
Looks like number 30, yep, Noah Burke. So a JV game between these two tomorrow?
Yep, at CBC, and
nice.
The freshmen come up on Labor Day. I'm sorry, I almost said Memorial Day. Labor Day on Monday.
So the injury timeout. Burke seems to be okay. He's jogging lightly off the field under his own power. 1:03 to go. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 46 for Sacred Heart Griffin. Judd seeing his first action of the night. The sophomore quarterback stands 5'11". And the sophomore tailback also checking in for the first time, Nathan Chapman. He keeps it, or Chapman gets it, runs it up the middle. He's thrown down by Weston Gannon. No, thrown down by number 25, Ryan Knopp. So it'll be 2nd and 3. 7-yard pickup by Chapman. 38 seconds to go. Clock is ticking. About a 15-second differential right now between the game clock and the play clock. We're looking at 2, maybe 3 more plays, depending on how quickly they get to the line of scrimmage. Chapman runs into Weston Gannon, who stands him up. And forward progress will get him close to the 42. With 12 seconds left, that might be it. It is. They're getting ready to line up the handshake line, and a victory for the CBC Cadets. First game on the road in Springfield. I'd say they'll take this victory, Coach. 63-20 for CBC. Fireworks by that CBC offense.
Yeah, unofficially, Nick McClellan, 10 for 21 for 239 and 3 TDs. Had 4 rushes for 77 yards and a TD. Vic Williams, 7 carries for 116 yards and 3 TDs, highlighted by that 45-yard touchdown run. Lots of other guys who did lots of great things in this game. Corday Gage, huge game, had 2 receiving touchdowns to go along with his, was it 8 extra points?
Yeah.
An interception and a nice punt into the inside the 5-yard line. So solid game here, solid first game here for CBC as they get ready to go up next week against Cardinal Ritter, who with a minute 30 left to go in the game is down 23-20 to Jackson at the pit. So if that game holds, you're going to have a very angry and frustrated Cardinal Ritter team coming into CBC. They are the number 2 ranked, I think, small school team in the area. Similarly upset last year by Lafayette in the semifinals.
We thank Tim Kylo once again. Tim Kylo from State Farm, our presenting sponsor, 842-4442. Tim at TimKylo, KILO.com. We thank you, Tim, as always. That was Chris Maris. Thank you, Coach. My name's Randy Molman. We thank you for tuning in here tonight. Don't forget, next week we're on over-the-air TV, Matrix Midwest, 6 p.m. kickoff, also on the Cadet Student Network. Until next Friday at 6 o'clock. So long, everybody.